For millennia, they have dominated the desert landscape. Silent stone giants pointing toward the heavens, the pyramids of Egypt are, without a doubt, among the most mysterious and awe-inspiring structures ever conceived by the human mind and shaped by human hands. These colossal monuments have captivated explorers, historians, and dreamers for centuries, leaving behind a legacy of wonder and a cloud of unanswered questions. Chief among them is a puzzle that has defied a simple explanation. How did an ancient civilization, armed with what we consider rudimentary tools, manage to construct these architectural marvels with a precision that would challenge builders? Even today, the sheer scale, the perfect alignment, and the enduring mystery have fueled countless theories, from the practical to the fantastical. But the truth, as far as we can piece it together, is a story of ingenuity, immense organizational skill, and a profound spiritual drive that moved mountains. To understand how the pyramids were built, we must first understand why. These were not mere monuments to a king's ego. They were intricate machines designed for eternity. In ancient Egyptian belief, a pharaoh was a divine being, a god on earth whose spirit, or ***, would continue to reign in the afterlife. The pyramids were built as grand, eternal tombs, ensuring the pharaoh's safe and successful journey to the next world. They were resurrection engines, designed to protect the king's mummified body and house all the treasures, food, and furniture he would need for an eternity of existence. The very shape of the pyramid was deeply symbolic. Its sloping sides were seen as a petrified sunbeam, a stone ramp that the pharaoh's soul could ascend to join the sun god, Ra, on his daily voyage across the sky. The entire structure was a physical manifestation of complex religious beliefs, a testament to a culture obsessed with life, death, and the promise of immortality. Every block and every chamber was part of a sacred blueprint for navigating the cosmos. For a long time, the popular imagination, fueled by Hollywood epics and ancient Greek accounts, painted a grim picture of their construction. It was a scene of countless slaves, whipped and driven under the searing sun, sacrificing their lives to build a tomb for a tyrannical king. However, modern archaeology and the discovery of workers' settlements near the pyramids have completely overturned this dramatic but inaccurate narrative. The pyramids were not built by slaves. They were constructed by a dedicated and highly organized workforce of skilled Egyptian laborers. These were farmers who worked on the pyramids during the annual flooding of the Nile, when their fields were underwater and agricultural work was impossible. They were also professional craftsmen, masons, tool makers, surveyors, and architects who lived year-round in well-established villages. Excavations have revealed bakeries, breweries, and facilities for processing fish, indicating that these tens of thousands of workers were well-fed, receiving daily rations of bread, beer, and meat. They were not disposable labor. They were respected contributors to a national project of immense religious and cultural importance. The materials and tools used to build these colossal structures were surprisingly simple, yet incredibly effective when wielded with skill and precision. The main body of the pyramids was constructed from massive limestone blocks, quarried from nearby sites on the Giza Plateau. The finer, outer casing stones, which would have given the pyramids a smooth, gleaming white appearance, were made of high-quality Tura limestone brought from across the Nile. For the inner burial chambers and sarcophagi, a much harder stone was required, granite. This was quarried from Aswan, over 500 miles to the south, and transported down the Nile on enormous barges. The tools available to these ancient workers were made of copper, wood, and stone. Hardy copper chisels and saws, periodically ray-sharpened, were used to cut the limestone blocks. Stone pounders made of dolerite and extremely hard igneous rock were used to quarry the granite. To move the colossal stones, which could weigh several tons each, workers relied on wooden sledges, ropes made of papyrus or palm fiber, and sheer manpower. There were no wheels for transport, no iron tools, and no complex machinery, just human strength, ingenuity, and a deep understanding of basic physics. The construction of the pyramids stands as a monumental feat of engineering genius. One of the most astounding aspects is their precise astronomical alignment. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for instance, is aligned to the four cardinal directions north, south, east, and west with an accuracy that is almost unbelievable. Its north-south axis is off by a mere fraction of a degree. This precision was likely achieved by observing the stars, perhaps by tracking the movement of a single star in the northern sky, and bisecting the angle of its rising and setting to find true north. Once the orientation was set, the foundation was leveled with incredible accuracy. The methods used to lift and place the millions of heavy stone blocks remain a subject of intense debate. The most widely accepted theory involves the use of ramps. However, archaeologists disagree on the type of ramp. Was it a long, straight ramp that grew in height and length as the pyramid rose? Was it a series of zigzagging ramps on one side? Or was it an internal spiral ramp that wound its way up inside the pyramid structure? a theory that has gained traction in recent years. It's also highly probable that they used a combination of levers and possibly even rolling logs to maneuver the stones into their final positions. Whatever the exact methods, they were a testament to sophisticated problem solving on an unprecedented scale. Such a massive undertaking required a level of organization and logistical planning that would be impressive for any modern corporation, let alone an ancient society. This was far more than just piling stones. It was a state-run project of immense complexity. The administration had to manage a massive workforce, ensuring a constant supply of food, water, and housing. They had to organize the quarrying of millions of tons of stone, its transport over vast distances by land and water, and its delivery to the construction site in a coordinated flow. The workforce itself was highly structured. Laborers were divided into crews, which were further subdivided into smaller teams or gangs. We know this from hieroglyphic graffiti left by the workers on the stone blocks themselves. These markings, never intended to be seen, served as a kind of internal labeling system. They revealed the names of the work gangs, some of which had surprisingly playful nicknames, such as the Drunkards of Menkauer or the Friends of Khufu gang. This suggests a sense of camaraderie and pride among the workers, who saw themselves as part of a great national and spiritual endeavor. Even with our modern understanding of their methods, the sheer precision of the pyramids continues to mystify. The level of accuracy achieved with such simple tools is nothing short of breathtaking. Each of the four sides of the Great Pyramid's base is almost exactly the same length, with a difference of only a few inches over a span of 756 feet. As mentioned, its alignment with the compass points is nearly perfect, but perhaps the most incredible detail lies in the joinery. The outer casing stones, most of which are now gone, were fitted together so tightly that you cannot slide even a thin sheet of paper, let alone a knife blade, between them. This level of craftsmanship, repeated over thousands and thousands of blocks, speaks to an extraordinary standard of quality control and a mastery of stone masonry that remains unparalleled. How they maintain such consistency across a project that took decades to complete is a mystery that highlights the immense skill and discipline of the ancient Egyptian craftsmen. The enduring mystery and monumental scale of the pyramids have inevitably given rise to more exotic theories. Some have suggested that the knowledge to build them came from a lost civilization like Atlantis, while others have famously proposed the intervention of extraterrestrial visitors. These theories, while popular in fiction and on the internet, lack any credible archaeological evidence. There are no alien artifacts, no traces of advanced machinery, and no text describing help from the stars. What we do have is a mountain of evidence pointing to a much more inspiring conclusion. The pyramids are a product of human innovation, organization, and unwavering dedication. The graffiti from the work gangs, the remains of the workers' village, the simple tools left behind, and the step-by-step evolution of pyramid design from earlier mastaba tombs all tell a coherent story of human achievement. The pyramids of Giza stand as irrefutable proof of the brilliance of ancient Egyptian civilization, a testament to their mathematical knowledge, engineering prowess, and the unifying power of a shared spiritual goal. In the end, the secret of how the pyramids were built is not one of magic, lost technology, or alien architects. The real secret lies in the powerful combination of mathematics, manpower, and profound faith. It was the meticulous planning of the architects, the back-breaking labor of thousands of workers, the ingenuity of the engineers, and the deep-seated religious belief that drove an entire society to accomplish the seemingly impossible. These magnificent structures, which have stood for over 4,500 years, are more than just tombs for long-dead kings. They are enduring monuments that remind us of the incredible potential of humanity. They show us what can be achieved when people are united by a powerful vision, disciplined by a common purpose, and driven by a belief in something greater than themselves. The pyramids are not just a wonder of the ancient world. They are a timeless lesson in human capability.